miss.
How are you all?
Fine, miss.
Fine. Okay. Answer your attendance. Afla,
Present, miss.
Ajmina,
Present, miss.
Amaya,
Present, miss.
Atulya,
Present, miss.
Rishya,
Present, miss.
Jyotish, Karthik,
Present, miss.
Kavya,
Present, miss.
Nachiketas, Neeraj,
Present, miss.
Rangeet,
Present, miss.
Vaishna,
Present, miss.
Vaishnav,
Present, miss.
Anjali, and Shruti.
Present, miss.
Okay. Jyotish is not there and Anjali. Okay. Last class, what we were discussing? Hmm? Last class, what we were discussing? Atulya. Karthik. Karthik, there was a problem in this Afla.
Distance vector routing.
Yeah, we were working out one problem related with distance vector routing algorithm, right? Have you finished that problem or still in that previous state where we have stopped?
Finished, miss.
You have solved it completely once more. One more time you have to do the updation process, or you have stopped it where I have stopped.
No, miss. Finished.
Finished. Afla is finished. Ajmina?
Yes.
Finished. Finished or still in the
Finished.
previous state? Fully
No.
completed. Okay. And what about others? Drishya, Kavya, Nachiketas and all?
Finished, yes.
Finished.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So tell me, what is the final answer you're getting? See, I'll just explain what we were doing in the last class. So we were dealing with the distance vector routing algorithm. I had given you a problem. That is, this is the networks, what it is. I hope you can see the slide. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So this was the problem that we were working it out. And initial step was, what is the main thing in distance vector routing algorithm is each router will share its knowledge to its neighbors only, not to all the routers in the network. So you are sharing your information only to your neighbors. And first what you have to do is you have to prepare a routing table for each nodes that we have finished at router A, B, C, and D. You have completed it, the initial routing table. Now, after that, what you have to do is you have to do the action process. Action process means each router is exchanging their distance vectors to their neighbors. Okay. So how you have to calculate once they share their distance vector to the neighbors, you have to find which is the minimum value, minimum cost in reaching each destination. And that is that you are finding it out with respect to the Bellman-Ford algorithm. Okay, and you have an equation based on that, and based on that equation you are finding the least cost of reaching the destinations. Okay, and so you have found out for a router A, router B, router C, and router D you have found out. So this was the thing, this was up to there, up to here we have finished up to the last class. Okay, now what you have to do is you have to proceed it further until you reaches the minimum cost. So you have to see whether you are getting at the minimum cost from each node. Okay, so until that you have to do the updation process. So as step 3 again, so now what up to step 2 what you have is each node is having a new routing table, right? After sharing the updating or some action is performing based on the Bellman-Ford algorithm, each router is having a new routing table now. Now, based on that new routing table, you are further proceeding it. Okay, now what happens at the step 3? At router A, you will be receiving the distance vectors from its neighbors B and D. So what is the information that is getting from B and D? Now the column has changed based on the new routing table of B and D. Yes or no? Did it change? B and D is the vector that is being sharing from the neighbors is changed or what? Previously, what was the information from B and D? B to A, it was B3, C0, and D11, right? So the cost has been changed in the new process. So what you are getting it is here it is, you are getting it as 2033 and 1310. Yes or no? See, you have to answer. Without answering, I won't be able to know that you have completed it or not. Shruti.
Yes, miss.
Did you complete it or the third step, or did you stop it in the previous step?
Completed.
Completed. How many of you have not completed? Tell me. How many of you have not completed the sum? Now I should ask each and every one. Vaishna, have you completed it? I think she was absent. No, she was not absent. Only Jyotish was absent, I think, last class. Vaishna, did you complete it? No answer. Rangeet? Did you complete it or not?
No.
No. Okay. Neeraj? Neeraj? Nachiketas?
No, completed.
Not completed.
Completed, ma'am.
Completed. Okay. Kavya, Karthik wasn't okay. Drishya?
Completed.
Completed. Atulya. So almost majority of you have completed it. So what is the new updation? What you are getting from this is from B, you are getting 2033 as your, you will be obtaining the first two columns of your routing table. When you are doing the Bell-Manford algorithm, when you are sharing your information to your neighbors, you will be sharing only the first two columns of your routing table. So if it is like that, you will be getting it as 2033. Okay, here I have written only the first column. You have to write it the two columns. And from D also, you will be getting it. Okay, now the cost from A to B will be equal to 2, and cost from A to D, the minimum cost will be equal to 1. Now, based on this values, you will be finding the least cost using Bell-Manford algorithm. Now tell me, what is the new routing table for router A? Afla, what you have obtained? Yes. Afla is there. Afla is not there. Ajmina?
Yes.
Yeah, tell me, what is the table you are getting for router A?
A0A,
A0A, okay.
B2B,
B2B,
C5C,
C5C or B?
C.
No, it will be B. C5B it will be. Then
D1D.
D. So at step 3, you will be getting a new routing table for router A as A0A, B2B, C5B, and D1D, right? Now, what about at router B, if you are doing the same process? Now, who will be answering? Amaya, you can answer.
A to A.
A to A.
B0B.
A, B0B.
C3C.
3C.
D3.
A. Okay, so you are getting the new routing table as A to A, B0B, C3C, and D3A. Now, what is the routing table for C? Who will be telling? Drishya? No, Atulya, you can answer. Atulya. Undo avade. She is not there. Then who will be the next person? Drishya. Drishya Sunil. Answer me. What is the routing table for C?
A.
A.
Infinite. A0.
I'm asking the routing table at router C. Now, who are the neighbors of router C? B and D. Now, what is the vector
A
you are getting?
infinity.
A infinity and all will be going. How you will be getting infinity? See, that means you have made it wrong. Okay, Karthik was not the Kavya. You can answer. What is the routing table at router C? Kavya is there? She is not there. Then who else? Nachiketas.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, answer. What is the routing table?
B3B.
A? With respect to A, you tell.
A.
Cheyidilliyo appo?
Chedin. A infinity.
Then tell me, what is the table you are getting at router C?
A5A.
A5A or A5B?
B3B.
B3B, it is A5B, B3B,
C0C.
0C, and
D10B. 10B.
how it will be 10? Now, what change will be there with respect to the first routing table? See, how you have done, Nachiket? എങ്ങനെയാ ചെയ്തത് അത്? See, once you at step 2, you will be obtaining a new routing table for all the routers, right? എല്ലാ routing tables നമ്മൾ second updation ചെയ്യുന്നതാണ്, it will be different. Maybe few it will be similar, few it will be different. So that routing table only you have to consider. Then that 2 columns of neighbors you have to consider in the third step. If you're doing it, how you will be getting it as 10 there? Now, Ajmina, what are you getting?
Miss.
What you are getting at router C?
A5. A. A5A, B3B.
A5A, how it will be? A5B only you will be getting it. Okay, A5B, B3B.
C0C, D10D.
It is wrong. So you have not done the third step. And Amaya, at least one, let me see. Amaya, what you have done? What you got? Yeah, router C, what you're getting?
Minimum of D11B.
D11D. No, the cost is increasing there. No, you will be getting it as D6B. You will be getting the new routing table, the cost is reduced. That is D6B. Now, how you're doing this? Okay, all of you start initially from step 3. You have made it wrong somewhere. So continue with the step 3. You have to do it in a fast manner because I have to complete one more problem. Now, write down step 3. All of you write it. Step 3. Each router exchanges a distance vector. Each router exchanges its distance vector obtained in step 2 with its neighboring routers. After exchanging the distance vectors, each router prepares a new routing table. After exchanging the distance vectors, each router prepares a new routing table. Finished? Finished or not? Yes, okay. Now write down routing table at router A. Table at router A. Now who are the neighbors of router A? See the diagram and tell me who are the neighbors of router A. You're having neighbors B and
B and D.
right. Okay. Now you write down the table for router A first. The table for router A first. Now what is the new table for router A? The new table for router A is what you obtained in step 2. So what is A0A, B2B, C5B and D1D? This is the table what you are obtaining at A. Right? Okay. Now, what is the message you are getting from B now? What message you are getting from B? Now you have to look into B's routing table. Now B's routing table, you are getting it as A2A, B0B, C3C and D3A. So note down the first 2 columns only, this one, what I am highlighting it. So you are getting A2, B0, C3 and D3. Okay? Writing. Give me some response.
Yes, miss.
Okay, so this is the distance vector that is being shared from router B. Now similarly for router D, what is being shared? You have to look into the new routing table of router B. So it is sharing A1, B3, C10 and D0. Right? A1, B3, C10 and D0. Okay, now find out which is the minimum cost. And there you have to write it, the fixed cost. From B and D, how you are getting it is, what you have to write it as the fixed cost is from, A to B. The cost of from A to B will be equal to 2 and cost of A to D will be equal to 1. This you have to add up with all the values. Okay. Now find out and tell me what is the cost you are getting. Cost of reaching destination B from router A. Cost of reaching destination B from router A. Yeah, this is equal to minimum of what all values you have to consider? Nachiketa's answer. A to B, you have to get it. So this 2 plus 0 you will be getting and 1 plus 3. Is it not? Atulya P.
2.
Minimum value.
Minimum value
2.
of 2 plus 0 and 1 plus 3 you will be getting. So what is the minimum value? Minimum
2.
value will be equal to 2 via B, right? Now find out what is the cost of reaching destination C from router A. Cost of reaching destination C from router A. Now you have to look on to C and you have to write out what is the minimum cost. This is equal to minimum of who will be telling? Drishya. Minimum of Drishya is there or not? Kavya, you can answer.
Minimum 2 plus 3.
Yeah. It will be
1
equal
plus
to 2 plus 3 and 1 plus 10,
10.
which is minimum
5.
5.
2
So
plus 3,
5
5.
via B, right?
B.
Similarly, cost of reaching destination D from router A. Cost of reaching destination D from router A. Make it fast. Afla is there. Afla is not there. Ajbin, Atulya. Atulya, you can answer. Neeraj? See, if you're not answering, I'll be marking absent here, okay? Neeraj. Rankit is there? Yeah, find out what is the cost of reaching destination D from router A. Make it fast. Enda kittane 2 plus 3 and 1 plus 0.
1.
Yeah, it will be 1. 1 via D, right? So your new routing table will be A0A, B2B, C5B, and D1D. Note it down. Your new routing table at router A will be equal to A0A, B2B, C5B, and D1D. Vaishna is there? Now, similarly, you find it out for router B. Router B. Now, who are the neighbors of router B? Who are the neighbors? A, C, D. Okay. Now, find out what are the vectors that they are sharing to router B. What are the informations? It will be 0251 and 53010 and also 13100. Yes or no? The first two columns of A, C, and D. Atulya.
Yes, miss.
Yeah, tell me the cost. What is the cost of reaching router B from cost of reaching destination A from router B? Now, what is the initial cost? Fixed cost, you are getting it as cost of B to A will be equal to 2, cost of B to C will be equal to 3, and cost of B to D will be equal to 3. So what is the cost of reaching destination A from B? add up the first values. 2 plus 0, 3
2
plus
plus 0,
5.
3 plus 5, 3 plus 1.
3 plus 1. So which is the minimum value?
2.
2. Via
Via B.
it will be A, right? The first value only you got it minimum, right? That is the route value you are writing for A, right? Okay, now you find out what is the cost of reaching destination C through router B. Cost of reaching destination C. Tell me the value. Yeah, tell me. It is 2 plus 2. Yes or no? No, 2 plus 5 it is, sorry. It is 2 plus 5, 3 plus 0 and 3 plus 10. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Now what is the minimum cost?
3.
3.
Yeah, 3 via C.
C.
Find out what is the cost of you. Switch on your mic and sit because there is a delay in getting your answer. So cost of reaching destination D from router B. Find it out.
Minimum of 2 plus 1,
2 plus 1.
3. 3
Yeah.
plus 10,
3 plus 10 and 3
3
plus
plus 0,
0.
0.
So it is 3 via A, right? So what is the new routing table for router B? You will be having A2A, B0B, C3C and D3A, right? Now, Nachiket, make it fast. Our router C, find it out and tell me the whole step. Who are the neighbors of router C? Nachiketas.
Ma'am, D and B.
B and D. Okay, now find out what are the costs. What is the cost of, now the fixed cost is C to B it is 3 and C to D it is equal to 10. That you have to write it, okay? Now, what is the cost of reaching destination A from router C?
2 plus 3.
Yeah, 2 plus 3 or 3 plus 2, then 10 plus 1.
1.
Right? Now what is the answer? Minimum is
5.
5,
5.
right? 5 via B, right?
B.
Okay, now what is the cost of reaching destination B from router C?
3 plus 0.
It is 3 plus 0, yeah?
7 plus.
Not 7. How it will be 7? You will be having 10 plus 3, right?
10 plus 3.
Look on to B and you are getting 3 plus 0 and 10 plus 3. So answer is 3 via B, right?
B.
Now, similarly, cost of reaching destination D from router C. It is minimum of? Minimum of? Tell me. No, D is here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Minimum of?
3.
3?
3 plus
3 plus
3. 3 plus 3.
3. Okay.
And
Then
10 plus 0.
10 plus 0. So what you're getting? It will be
6.
equal to 6. So there is a change in the routing table of when you're comparing with the initial one of D. initial one of C. Okay, so what is the new routing table for C now? It is A5B, B3B, C0C, and D6B. Okay, now Amaya, make it fast. Amaya, let it be Kavya. You can tell. What is the routing table at router D? Who are the neighbors of D?
A, B,
A,
and
B,
C.
and C. Now tell me cost of reaching each destination. So write down the first two
C.
columns of A, B, and C and find out what is the cost of reaching destination A from D.
1.
1 plus 0 plus 3 plus 2 plus 10 plus 5, right? So you are getting it as minimum value 1, that is via A. Okay. Kittunundo?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay. Now, cost of reaching destination B from D. Minimum of?
1 plus 2.
Yeah, 1 plus 2.
3 plus 0.
3 plus 0.
10 plus 3.
10 plus 3. So, answer is
3.
3 via
3
A.
via A.
Similarly,
3
C,
via 3 via B.
you're getting two values, right? 3 via, okay, you can either take A or B. No issues because both the values are 3 you're getting. So B to D, B to D, it is via A. You're reaching destination B from D. D to B, you're getting it as D to B. Through A. Through A, it is easy. Through B means directly it is 7 you are getting it as. The first value, if you are looking into the graph, you are getting the minimum value at A only. Okay, so write it as A. Now reaching C from router D.
1 plus
1
5.
plus 5, okay.
Minimum 1
3
means
plus 3,
3
again 10
plus
plus
3.
0.
10 plus 0.
So you're getting 6 via A. That also it is the shortest distance is via A. So you can write it as 6 via A. So you have got the new routing table A1A, B3A, C6A, and D0D. And here you can stop because from all the nodes you have got the minimum cost. Still now you are not able to reduce it. So you can stop it here. So this will be the final routing tables at each routers. Okay, so find out where the mistakes you have made it and do it once again. Okay, now there is a homework problem. Just take down that network. Take down this network. Can you see the slides?
No, miss.
Now, take this example. You can see the slides.
Yes.
Yes.
This example actually I have explained you in the beginning, like how the distance vector routing algorithm, and I have told only for one node. So you have to find it for the remaining nodes and get me the answer. So you can just take down the question, this one, this network. Take down it fast. A, B, C, D, E. 5 nodes you have. The cost will be equal to 1, 5, 3, 4, 2, and 9. All of you have taken it? Yes or no? Finish taking?
Yes.
Okay, that you do
Yes.
it for all the routers and you see where it will be converging. Okay. Now, there is an easy method to solve this distance vector without using the Bellman-Ford equation. That is, see, suppose this is, consider this network. So one I will be telling, so remaining you can make it down. So you have 4 nodes here, A, B, C, and D. So what is the requirement is, I have to make use of the routing. I have to find the routing tables at each nodes, right? So if I am writing the routing table for A, if I'm writing, I need 3 columns. That is the distance, the cost, and the next hop. I have to calculate it, right? So if I'm calculating, which are the destinations from router A? I'll be taking 3 more minutes. So which are the destinations from router A? You can have the destinations B, right? You can have C and you can have D, right? So suppose looking into the graph only, you can see from A to B, I have to reach it. My source node is A, my destination node is B. I can reach A to B with a cost of 2. Right? Now, what is the other possibility of reaching node B from A? Can anybody tell? What is the possibility, other possibility of reaching node B from A?
17.
You have the path you tell, that is, node you tell. This is A,
B.
D, and B. That path also you can go, right? A, D, and B. Now, what is the cost of that? It will be equal to 7 plus 1 will be equal to 8. Okay. And also you have one more path like A, you can go to D, you can go to C, and then you can come back to B. That is also a method. Okay, so that cost will be equal to 50. So you have found out which is your source node. You want to reach your destination node, that is B. You have found out what are the possible path. Now out of that, you find out which is the minimum one. So minimum one will be equal to 2. So you fixed it. So it is B, 2, and through B only, next hop, you can write it as B itself. Understanding? This is an easy method to solve the distance vector algorithm. Okay. Now from A to A is the source node. I want to reach the destination C. Now what are the possibilities of reaching destination C? Can anybody tell? I am at A. I want to reach C. Now what are the possibilities?
A, B, C.
Yeah, it is A, B, C. You can reach, right, with a cost of 3 plus 2, which is equal to 5. And the other possibility, it is
A,
A,
D, C.
B, C, right? The cost is 11 plus 1 will be equal to 12. And also you have A, D, B, C. That path is also possible, right? And that the cost will be equal to, when you add it up, you will be getting it as 50. Now find out which is the minimum cost of that. So minimum cost is from A, B, and C with a cost of 5. So you can write it as C5 and B. Right? Now find out for D like this. This is the easiest method. So here what you can see is by doing this method, you will be finding the shortest distance in single step. You don't want to apply the Bellman-Ford update each time until you converge it. Okay, so you can reach it in the once you do for all the nodes. So try this method and tell me the answer tomorrow. Okay, so this is മനസ്സിലായോ എങ്ങനെയായത് ഓരോ നോഡും. So this is for router A. Similarly, consider for router B. Now, who are the destination nodes? A, D, and C. Now, with respect to A, what is the distance? So each node you check it and you get the routing table. Okay, so this you have to finish it by tomorrow. Yes or no? Will you finish it?
Yes, miss.
Yes. Okay. So the one main thing that you have to know, check is you have to find out the cost and the number of intermediate nodes should be minimum one. That only you have to consider. Maybe you will be getting the same values and as well as the different intermediate values will be there. So if whichever is minimum nodes you are covering, that only you have to consider it. Okay, so try it and give me, check whether you are getting the same answer as what you have done today. Okay, so 2 homeworks you have. One is the homework problem which I have gained just now, and this one also try it in this method. Okay. Now, today is the last date for assignment submission. I have seen it, but nobody has submitted yet. I don't know what is the reason. And tomorrow you will be having the unit test. The time, there is a slight change in the time. I have told it as 3 to 4, but it will be 2:30 to 3:30. Okay. So tomorrow 2:30 to 3:30. So come online, that time I'll be giving you the questions. Okay, so do it and come for tomorrow's class. Absent is Afla, Jyotish, Neeraj, then Vaishnav and Anjali. Okay, thank you.
It's 90.